Welcome back to Super League Full Time. More action to come from the First Utility Super League, and the season's only a few weeks old, but already we may have had what will surely be one of the games of the year, with Huddersfield Giants and the Leeds Rhinos throwing everything at each other. It was a great contest at the John Smith Stadium when the Yorkshire rivals met. 12-all the final score, and after a sluggish start to the season, this, John, was more like it from the Giants, wasn't it?
Yeah, I thought this was a tremendous game. I mean, Phil's touted the Castleford-Wigan game as the game of the season. Well, for me, this was the one, because we saw some great offensive play and kick plays, but some real commitment to defence. There was blood and thunder commitment to defence by both teams, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. And we saw there a bit of inventive play that opened up a possible score for Scott Griggs. But you look back and you can see there that Craig Kopchak did take the player out, and it had to be disallowed, and I'm sure that Coach Paul Anderson will be speaking to him about his line of run when running as a lead runner. But this game really was a top quality game that was thoroughly enjoyed by all amongst that 8,500 crowd.
Paul Anderson's complaint was that his side created so many chances, enough chances to win 5 games, and that was against Leeds.
Yeah, well, I mean, one, you've got to pat Leeds on the back for their commitment to their scramble defence, but two, if they're creating chances like that, at some stage they're going to nail those chances, and that's what makes them a very, very dangerous team.
This is another one of the ones that went away.
It certainly is, Bill, and you can see, you know, it's inches. Elite sport is all about inches, and that's exactly why that try was disallowed. It just brushed the whitewash of the dead ball line, and unfortunately that counted as if the ball was out of play, and it was quite rightly awarded as a no try.
Will the concern be for Leeds? Okay, I mean, a battling performance, they come out of it with a point, but they did allow Huddersfield to get into those positions, to create those chances, which on another day could have gone against them.
Yeah, it could have gone against them, but what you could well have concerns about that, Bill, but you'll also have some big raps on the players as well for their absolute commitment to that defensive side of it. And if your team is committed to that, you can put the other parts of your game together, and Leeds certainly were there. And you know, once again, another try that got away there with the disallowed try. And this again, you could say, well, it's disallowed and correctly done so because of Huddersfield playing at the ball. But Leeds are putting Huddersfield under pressure as well. So it really does make it a contest, and in a contest, sometimes you get the breaks, sometimes you don't. The Giants did it on that occasion once again.
Jamie Peacock, sensing obviously that this was going to be a pretty big job, he did in 80 minutes. Yeah, and that's a phenomenal effort.
It is a sensational player, isn't he? And it shows how tight the game was there by both teams opting to kick penalties. And you know, we speak about Jamie Peacock, and he is a warrior. He does lead from the front, and this is typical of him, carrying the ball. One of numerous carries he had there. He obviously unsettled that Giants middle channel, and that resulted in a penalty for Leeds. And that's when Kevin Sinfield slots over it to give them a narrow lead, entering the sort of the final quarter of the game.
Will Paul Anderson go away from this game, despite the fact that, you know, they've only got a point out of it, but given the way they've started the season, is he going to be satisfied with this?
Yeah, there's massive improvements performance-wise. I mean, Phil speaks about performance indicators. Well, if you look at performance indicators here, there's been massive improvements amongst the Giants, both with the processes involved in rugby league, but also attitudinally as well. And again, this is a try that's given, and it's down to no little skill there from Robinson, and a great finish from Joe Wardell, with Brough converting the touchline conversion. Before, you know, 72 minutes, Callum Watkins just shows what a good centre is to score. Unfortunately, Sinfield, for the Leeds fans, Sinfield missed that, and then we had a bit of a drop goal for them. Perhaps a bit of composure could have been shown by both teams there. You saw Danny Maguire missing there, then Kevin Sinfield hits the post, and that's where Leeds could actually have taken both points, but for the width of the post. And
this was probably, Danny Brough was probably, of all those attempts, he was probably in the best position, wasn't he?
It was, yes, and being a left footer, he'd have fancied really nailing that one, and obviously the one at the end, it's just a scuffed attempt, and that's the element of compose there. You can understand it with the clock running out, but I just felt it was a real first-class game, and I love